Hello everybody, welcome back to Reaction Media, or Pedia. Again, I kind of sometimes mess that up. I do want to do these videos as you see listed. This is the video that we'll be doing, but the top 10 stuff and this, it's not that I don't want to do them anymore, it's just, if I'm being honest, I'm a bit overwhelmed with now I get to, especially Minecraft and some other stuff on my main channel. I don't know where to begin. It's like when I first be able to do so much stuff before that, like, I'm taking it slowly and doing what I can. So yeah, bear with me. It won't be. If you guys want to see these, please let me know. But otherwise, they'll probably be a while. So just bear with me if it takes a while for videos to come out on the reaction channel. Because I want to do something a tad different. New, a bit fresh, so I got some things to recommend. If it doesn't fit the principle or I strongly don't know about it kind of thing, I probably won't do it, but there's a good chance I will. We'll have to see what happens. So yeah, scientists discover planets are even more better for life than Earth. So let's make sure that's going, make sure that's not going, make sure this is up. Oops, okay, and then let's make sure you are you. And make sure this is, I'm turning up the volume on X Broadcaster, XSplit Broadcaster, so if it gets loud, I'll turn it down. But otherwise, yeah. And again, if you see me looking over here, just check the recording. And sorry for this again, this is my monitor. I'm trying to make it even, but I don't know why it looks so off. I could raise the camera a tad, but then I need to get a higher chair. So I get a better chair or higher chair or something better to hold this webcam. I could put it on the red tripod, but then it'd be behind the camera. I could use this tripod here, but this angle here, so even if I were to do this, I would have to like kind of condition it like this. Otherwise, it will basically go move, so that I don't know why they're so loose. So bear with that if you can. Yeah. There are chairs out there that go out just on the table out there, but they're like stiff ones, especially can't wheel or anything, so I'd be just, it's kind of hard to turn towards that if I need to. So again, bear with me. If this bothers you from having ADHD or something, I could try to fix it, probably turning this, glitches, I don't know. But from my line of sight, here's the monitor. And then the camera is like right at the stem of the back. So I don't know why it looks so uneven. So forgive me on that. But again, let's get started. I don't want to boggle.
Of all the planets in the universe, Earth is clearly the best for life, right? Wrong. No. Earth may be great, but scientists have discovered a few worlds that could be even better for life. Behold, KOI 5715.01. Most of the contenders on our super habitable planet list aren't the ones you could visit anytime soon. They are very far away.
Fair.
The top spot is held by one 3,000 light years away from our solar system. KOI 575.01 would appear to satisfy the most basic requirement for supporting life. It exists in the Goldilocks zone of its star, so conditions wouldn't be too hot or too cold for a key life-supporting ingredient to exist on its surface: liquid water. But it would also check off many boxes to be considered super habitable. The planetary system it belongs to could be 5.5 billion years old, which would make it around 1 billion years older than our own solar
I also might
system.
look up if this will be okay on the miner, but
almost
it'll
fit
get
the
miner
size
get pretty hot.
requirement. When looking
If it
for
won't
super
damage
habitable
it,
worlds,
then I'll have it on the
scientists
monitor.
keep their eyes peeled for planets that
Go
have
up
a
to
mass
it.
up to 1.5 times of our planet. And they should be about 10% larger, too. This size difference would help the planet retain heat. And if its average temperature was about 5 degrees Celsius higher than Earth's, well, this planet could have even richer biodiversity. Now, being almost double the size of Earth, KOI 5715.01 might overshoot this condition a bit. Besides, studies indicate that this planet is actually colder than Earth. But there's still hope. With the right atmospheric composition, a strong greenhouse effect could raise temperatures to the desired level. And as far as super habitable worlds go, well, we're just getting started.
When it comes to making this planet habitable at this time of year, we fall back on what makes us and others feel better: shopping. You know, holiday shopping may give you a rush, but it can also sustain the corporate world's stranglehold on small businesses. How do they do that? Well, when you shop online, like on Amazon or Walmart, well, these companies use their sales platforms to promote their products over smaller businesses with competing products unfairly. This practice is called self-preferencing because it puts the company's interests ahead of anything or anyone else. So how can you help? Well, buy locally. You know, small business owners account for more than 64% of new jobs in the United States. So work for the anti-monopoly. Shift power away from major corporations and help provide more opportunities for your community. Keeping each other fed and our communities thriving, that's how we make a planet habitable.
True. Yeah.
Approximately 2,700 light years away is Kepler-69c. This super-Earth could be around 7 billion years old. This puts it perfectly in the estimated 5 to 8 billion year old age range for super-habitable planets. This range is based on the 3.5 billion years it took for complex life to appear on Earth. So the best chance for finding life could be on a planet a little older than us. Only this exoplanet could be a little too big to be super-habitable. It has a mass almost 4 times that of Earth. A rocky planet this big could have a single colossal continent that would have huge deserts in its center. But the coastline, washed by Kepler's ocean, could be your perfect spot to move to. Our next super-Earth shares a similar name, Kepler 1126b. Except it would be located ever so slightly closer to home. Yeah, this planet is about 2,073 light years away, and it belongs to a system that is 7.5 billion years old.
Ooh.
It also orbits a yellow dwarf star, much like our own. Only Kepler 1126b is 2.5 times closer to its star than Earth is to the Sun. But that's no big deal because the star Kepler 1126b orbits is cooler than ours, so the habitable zone would exist in a range much closer in proximity to it. If you aren't feeling this nearness to a scorching hot star, there's another super-Earth on our list. And it's at a reasonable distance from home. Speculos 2c is located only 106 light years away. Not that its proximity gives it any kind of advantage. It would still take you well over 200,000 years to travel to this super-Earth. And that's if you moved at the speed of NASA's Parker Solar Probe, the
We
fastest
have to
probe
breed
ever
on the
launched.
spaceship over there. On the
Speculos
way.
2c does look promising, though. It's about 40% larger than Earth. there's also the potential for it being a rocky planet, just like ours. Now, despite the fact that it also exists in a habitable zone, its red dwarf star is still very small. It's only about 15% the size of our sun. So this planet orbits around its star at a very close distance. And this close distance could mean that Speculos 2c is tidally locked to its star. This super-Earth takes 8.5 days to make one full rotation on its axis, as well as one orbit around its star. That would leave one side of the planet in constant daylight and the other in endless night. This means that life could be possible in the Terminator Zone, the thin strip of land between the two sides.
That would make...
We just need to get a better...
Make sure okay. That would... This one right here, though... I mean, electricity, if you're in the dark zone, would be very expensive because you would always need your lights on. And so if you're someone that doesn't make a lot of money to keep up with the electricity bills, you're going to have to resort to candles, flashlights, etc. Oh my god, the trees are going out crazy out there with the wind. But yeah. We'll have to see.
Better look to find out for sure. But with all these candidates so far away, wouldn't it be nicer if the planets in our own solar system were a little more habitable? Well, that's a story for another What If.
We should do that. We should help what we can and all that stuff. Yeah. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think. It'd be cool, but like I said, the ones that take like 20,000, like even 2,000 years to get to, even if a human can live up to 100 with the good technology, yes, but on a spaceship, depending on the technology they have on the spaceship, that is good. And unless they can update it also as the years go by, because it could be hard to get the supplies and or stuff they need if they need parts to fix anything, because they'll be in space. They can't exactly turn around back to Earth and all that stuff. So in retrospect, once they run, they would have to kind of ration and make sure they prepared by bringing a lot of stuff they need, like food, medical stuff, etc. Because, especially for birth, because, well, you're gonna have to breed on that pretty much if you wanna, you know. Otherwise, if people don't have, you know, or breed, I should say, either way, then no one's gonna live long enough to get there if they wait to do it there. So you kinda have to find love, find it, or just kind of breed. But you shouldn't breed just to breed. You should find your significant other. You know, a bond makes it even more special. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And I mean, I don't know too much about that, but like, I would think like the bonds, again, I've never really, you know, or these only like probably 3, I would say. So don't get me wrong, I'm still in uncharted waters a bit, but for people that have or watch this that know what I'm talking about, would probably agree in the comments, but if you know what I mean. So yeah, there will be some kind of complication, especially with cars. And then they would also have to ship road and building material, like have another ship with those on it, so they could build roads, buildings, houses, all that stuff. I don't think they'd be able to fit that on the People Shuttle. So it's like, you know, and then only like probably a few selected people would be able to go, and if it costs, it probably would be expensive. So at the same time, most likely rich people would only be able to go if it's super expensive even. So that's another problem, regardless if we go to another planet or not. So, yeah. Then the people that can't afford it and or can't really go, that are stuck on the Earth, if anything happens to Earth, well, they can't really do anything. They're stuck here, so they have to make do with what they have here. Alright, then there would have to be 2 presidents, because there would have to be a president for this one, Earth, and the countries and all that stuff. Then we'd have to have other presidents in the other Earth, for the countries, the states, and all that stuff. So, and then Congress and all that stuff. So it would just kind of be a hassle if you think about it. But it'd probably be a way to make it work. I don't know. We'll have to see in the future. But hopefully you guys, again, enjoyed. And I will see you guys in the next one.